Hello and welcome to the Innovation Hub. Please come in, take a seat. Eric Barnett is going to present Making the Smart Home Smarter with Intelligent Blinds. Eric is the CTO of iblinds. He's an electrical and software engineer with over 25 years of experience. His passion is making smart home automation solutions for people who want to live seamlessly connected lives at their fingertips through technology that makes life easier. Please welcome Eric Barnett.
Thank you. Thank you.
He might have to turn you on.
Okay.
Okay, yours on. He'll be on in 1 second.
All right, thank you. Thank you all for coming to the presentation. It's an honor to be here, our first time exhibiting at CEDIA, and let's see if we can get started here. So, in this talk today, I hope by the end of it you'll have had an opportunity to learn more about our product, iblinds. It's a product that will allow you to make your existing blinds smarter. Okay, and a little bit background about myself. My name is Eric Barnett, electrical engineer, do software as well. Been in the industry for 25 years. One thing that's kind of really important is to know about me is that I have a passion for home automation. I've been doing home automation since the X10 days, so a lot of you in the audience are probably too young to remember what X10 or even know what that is. But yes. But yes, been around for a while. And there we go, okay. All right, okay, get this clicker working. All right, I think we're good now. So I think as most of us know here that smart home adoption is really taking off. We have things like voice assistants, smart lights, smart locks. Everything is really, the adoption curve is really taking off, and we're expecting it to continue to take off as things progress. But we're seeing that the smart window coverings are kind of lagging behind in that adoption. So, as a solution, we invented iblinds. And so, one of the barriers that we saw to the adoption and why the curve was kind of lagging behind with smart window coverings was the cost. And that seemed to be the highest contributing factor when talking about automating smart blinds. When I was doing a little research to try to figure out what was available in the market before we invented iblinds, the solutions I found required you to buy not only a motor, but you had to buy the blinds too. So that got pretty pricey. And then when I did find one that allowed you to, retrofit, I had to buy a bridge if I wanted to connect it up to my smart home. So that added an even additional cost. And I think I better stay on this side so I can make sure the clicker works here. Okay. All right, thanks. So our solution to this problem was inventing iblinds. It's an affordable solution. It allows you to retrofit your existing window blinds. So you can take our motor and put it inside of your existing headrail. This helps save costs. You don't have to buy new blinds. You can just put our motor inside. If you do need blinds, you can buy blinds. We work with most window manufacturers, and you can retrofit it into the headrail. We use ZWave as our protocol, and this brings the smarts to our blinds. So now you can integrate with other smart home things like sensors, get weather information by using ZWave. The installation is easy, and our iblinds allows you to tilt existing tilt blinds. Okay. Oops. There we go, okay. So the features, what features are in iblinds? We're made with the ZWave protocol again. It's an all-in-one solution. So as I mentioned before, the products that I saw in the market required you to buy the motor, but then after you bought the motor, you would have to buy a bridge if you wanted to connect that to your smart home. So with iblinds, we put all of the smarts, everything all into one component, all in one. Again, we're built with ZWave, so we get all the great features that come along with ZWave: mesh networking, security, battery life, longer battery life. It comes with Smart Start. And then we also, you can configure it. So we have special parameters. You can make the blinds close in a different direction. You can change the speed. You can set the default open value, things like that. So a lot of good features built into iblinds. Okay, next slide, please. So what's in the kit? It comes with the iblinds motor. Then it comes with a special charge adapter that allow you to charge the blind or charge the battery without taking the blind down. You can buy, or we have a solar panel if you decide to charge it without using the cord that we have, charging about every 8 months or so on average. And we have adapters that allow you to make it fit with different types of blinds. Next slide, please. So power options, I mentioned that just a little bit, but there are 3 different power options. 2 of them involve the rechargeable battery. So for the first option, you can recharge it with a charging kit that we sell. And the charging kit basically is just a USB adapter with a 10-foot cable. You plug that into the charge adapter without taking the blinds down, and you do that every 8 months or so. The other option is we have a solar panel. So if you want to connect a solar panel, it'll trickle charge the battery. You don't have to worry about charging it all. A new option that we're rolling out here at CEDIA is the ability to use a distribution panel, and that's kind of what's shown here on the screen. You can run direct power to the iblinds motor, 5 volts, and then you don't have to worry about charging it at all. Just use the battery. The battery can be used as a backup. Next slide, please. iblinds installation is very easy, and I'll show you a quick video here in just a second. We kind of sped it up and show you what's involved. But really, you're just removing the existing tilting mechanism out of your existing blinds, removing the tilt rod, putting our equipment in, the motor and the charge adapter and the battery, slide that tilt rod back in, and then from there, you are ready to join it to the ZWave network. So we got a video here, and hopefully we can see if it'll play. And here we have Amber here doing the install. She's taking the existing blinds down. Then she's going to slide that tilt rod out that I talked about, take out the existing manual tilting mechanism, put in our equipment, snaps in the headrail there, put that rod back in, and join it to the network, and you're ready to go. Of course, it takes a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but it's pretty simple install. And that's what the tilt looks like when it opens and closes. Okay, so we work with all of the major leading ZWave, I guess, controllers on the network are on the market right now. New announcement is, I guess, starting next week, we've been working with alarm.com, and they'll have a special integration for our iblinds motor. So, but we work with SmartThings, Habitat, all of the major players in the ZWave market. Next slide. So, once you get it to your network, how do you control your iblinds? We have different ways to control iblinds, and this is all really from the power of ZWave. So you can use a smart remote. You can use a switch, smart wall switch. You can use temperature sensors, get information about the temperature in the room and close the blinds if it gets too hot. We have a little manual control button that you can use in the event that you want to control it manually. You can use an app, and the way, we really want to try to push our users and everybody to make their use of iblinds smart. So instead of, always having to go over and push a button to control it, use the smart, set up triggers, set up scenes, set up schedules, so to make your blinds smart. So they'll operate without even having to think about it. So, okay, thank you. So I'm going to give you 3 use cases here, and these are use cases that I've used in my home to control the blinds. We'll talk about convenience, security, and energy savings. Okay. So for the first one, this is how I operated my blinds when I first got it started. I would just, really it was just for convenience. My wife works at night, but she likes to open all the blinds. I don't, and then so that means I'm responsible for closing the blinds in the evening. And that's really kind of the genesis for this invention. I didn't want to have to be responsible to close all the blinds in the evening when my wife was going to work. So I set a schedule so they would open at sunrise and close at sunset. So that's the basic, simple use case. For intermediate use, we can add convenience and energy savings. So living here in Texas, we're out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's hot out here. I set up a use case where I would still open and close at sunrise and sunset, but if it got too hot, like over 90 degrees, I would have the blinds automatically close. And I did see an energy saving with my electric bill. By closing the blinds, keeping that Texas heat out, I was able to save a little bit on my electric bill. And so now this is the use case I'm running now. It's a little bit more advanced, but I guess I'll take this minute to say these are just 3 use cases, and I say this is advanced, but talking to our user base, there's unlimited possibilities, I think, combinations that you can use. But what I'm doing now is I still use that open at sunrise, close at sunset, but my wife works at night, and she works at the hospital, and her schedule is, sporadic. She may work on a Monday night, she may work on a Thursday night, Friday night. So using a presence sensor, I can tell if she went to work the night before, or maybe she was gone with her boyfriend. I don't know. But anyway, when she comes back home, I figure, she's tired and she doesn't want to have the blinds open and wake her up. So I check the presence sensor. She's not there. And I set a little flag. Next morning when the blinds are open, they'll check to see if she was gone. If she was gone, the blinds in our bedroom don't open, but all of the other blinds in the house work. We use the presence sensor as well to save energy and also really for security reasons. If my wife and I are both gone, then close all the blinds in the house. Again, for security reasons, we don't want people looking in. And then the final piece I have added is using a Ring camera. And this is really kind of the beauty of having a smart, system. You're talking to other devices. So using a Ring camera, I have Ring cameras all around my house. The one in the backyard, if I detect motion, if it detects motion in the backyard, then I'll close those master window blinds. So let's say we had an intruder walking around in our backyard or the kids were out playing, we'll close the blinds. And then if there's no motion or no activity, for about 10 or 15 minutes, I can open the blinds back up. So really, again, these are just 3 use cases that I've used over the past 3 or 4 years in my home with the smart blinds. So, new feature that we're rolling out here, it's in beta right now, is the always on mode. So right now, iblinds is a battery operated device. And it goes to sleep and then it wakes up periodically to check for a message. In always on mode, the iblinds motor always stays on and it's constantly listening for messages. So that makes it very responsive when it gets a message from the remote or from your app or even on a schedule. Makes it very responsive. But the real huge benefit here is for installers, every blind motor becomes a repeater. So becoming a repeater, it will strengthen your mesh network. So that's something that we're really looking forward to rolling out to our installers. And here at CEDIA, this is our first time here at CEDIA, and we're really trying to, develop and create an installer network. So if you're interested in being an installer, we can get with you. Just let us know. We'll get you hooked up with a little training course so you'll know how to do the installation, how to do a little troubleshooting if you ever run into any problems. We'll get you set up, and when somebody needs an installer in your area, we can contact you or they can contact you directly. And if you sign up during the show, we're giving away free prizes. We're having a drawing every day, so please feel free to stop by our booth and talk to us. We're in booth 2022, so just please stop by, and if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. And I think I have a little bit of time left, or any time left? Okay. So I think I can entertain one or two questions if anybody has a question.
What's the smallest blind you can do?
Oh, about a 12-inch blind.
And is it only horizontal? Can you do cellulars? Can you do this conversion on a cellular blind also?
Right now we just do horizontal Venetian blind, 2-inch Venetian blinds, yes. Thank you, good question. Yes, sir.
Before you get to the one with your mesh network, if I'm driving off of batteries and I have a blind in my bedroom and then I have another blind all the way across the house on the other side, I need multiple bridges, don't I?
Not really. So ZWave, the ZWave network will.
Will it reach that far?
Yes, I think right now I have a hub. Just really just kind of depends on where you have your hub placed.
Yep.
And the distance and the interference and things like that to get to it. But I think on average 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
Z-Wave signal, yes.
All right, thanks.
But bridges, yes. I mean, repeaters, light switches, a little wall plug, whatever can be used as repeaters. Just mains powered devices, yes. But good question, yes, thanks. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate it. And everyone have a good show. Thank you. And thank you to the sound man.